Yahoo! Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber. For today's Plumber's Pick of the Day, it's a little bit more of a discussion. So, here you have Brilliant Stars on the right side and Destined Rivals on the left. There are rumors, not rumors, it sounds like it's true, but Pokemon Center found some Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETBs in one of their many warehouses. So you're going to have some Brilliant Stars come to the market right now. Now, if I could only financially choose one of these two, because we know Destined Rivals is getting reprint, we know ETBs are tanking horribly, which is still way above MSRP, you know, everybody's favorite words. If I could only pick one in Plumber's little world in his head, which one would I pick? You could currently buy booster boxes for Brilliant Stars at $550. These little bad boys are probably going to drop to maybe $350s. I don't know. I hear, some people are actually paying less than $3 from distribution, and nobody wants to talk about that they're getting it for, release price, but we're not going to go there. But I'm still going to go Brilliant Stars, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even going to lie. One of the greatest sets ever. Not up for debate, but in all seriousness, if you can afford both, even if the price of these, ETBs drops in the Brilliant Stars packs, which is a weird world because it shouldn't, but I would go Brilliant Stars, and of course, if I had a little extra money, I would go with some Destined Rivals ETBs, because I think we're going to see them anywhere from $90 to $100. I'll get back into it, but I have to do my intro. Welcome back, traders and collectors. It is your favorite Poke Plumber, fleshing out the latest news and the hobby updates. Whether it's breaking leaks, rare finds, or market trends, I got the tools to keep your collection growing and your profits flowing. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. Where the heck is the giveaway? We are giving away, well, you know what? I have no idea where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are giving away a Fusion Strike 3-pack blister. This is the last day of the giveaway, so last chance to enter. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell notification, say it with me now, to enter your chance to win a Fusion Strike 3-pack blister. If it's free, it's for me. I have no idea where it is. Where the heck is it? It's okay, I got a case of them, so if my son opened it somehow, I'll just give you another one. But anyways, what's going on? We have a lot to talk about today. Panic in the Disco, shout out. No, we have a lot to talk about. Of course it's Panic, of course it's Mania, a lot of good things. I want to talk about the Hobbit Magic release. I have to talk about that because I did pre-release. I actually won some packs, so that means I won a couple games. But yeah, Magic pre-release, Pokemon, good stuff happening, boxes are going to drop. AI was taking over everything, but people still like tangible items, so AI and NFTs didn't work, so they kept going with the, a lot to talk about, okay? So I was at my LGS today is Sunday, because I'm filming very late. I have to be at the DMV in the morning, because I got pulled over and my registration was bad, so I have like a DMV appointment in the next 5 hours. So I'm going to film, shower, go to sleep. But I was at my comic shop till nice and late, and when I'm there, I just gather so much fantastic information. And if you stay till the end of the episode, we have some really big Pokemon news. So stay tuned. I'm going to save the best for last. But anyways, I guess I'm going to start with the Hobbit pre-release. I had an absolute blast. It was kind of crazy, like seeing how this pre-release worked, right? And with the Magic Hobby, a lot of the players, they complain about a lot, right? They complain about the sets, they complain about this mechanic, that mechanic. They're very picky. No offense to Magic players. I'm a Magic player. We complain about everything. That's kind of how it is. We're nerds. We could always nitpick everything if we have to. But overall, the Hobbit product is a very solid product. Yes, people said this set is a little small, but the mechanics are fantastic. I was playing with Black and Red, and I had so many bombs. Like, it was such a great playable set, or playable deck that I created. So I was really proud of myself. But when I was going around and I was playing against people, I was like, how do you feel about this set? And everybody had something positive to say. The only thing that they complained about this set was the price of the set. And that's the only thing that people are complaining about. That's fantastic. So this set is super strong. It seems that the collection boxes really were short printed because my LGS was able to sell through, you know, his couple master cases in one day. Yes, out of the collector boosters, he sold them in one day. And TCG, I believe, has them around like $750 to $800. Yes, he sold it for a little bit less, but they still sold instantly, and he had no more left by the end of Saturday night. So it's really cool to see this product thriving, doing fantastic. If you haven't played Magic, I would definitely give it a chance. The Hobbit is fantastic. Like I said before, in college I read The Hobbit, and that was I did my thesis on it. So I put a lot of work into it, so it was really nostalgic to me. But there was just so many cool cards, so much fun for me to play. And yeah, I'm a Hobbit nerd, I'm a Magic nerd. So I've been having a blast with it. Now let's get into the Pokemon. Oh, but one thing about Magic is like the future holds so many cool things. I'm not the biggest fan of the Star Trek. I'm not a big Star Trek fan, but that's going to be like the set. They have like autographs, stuff like that. So, but Reality Fracture is the set that comes out in October, and it's a true Magic set. It's like the World Within, not the Worlds Beyond. And I'm looking forward to that set. You have Kamigawa coming out in, when is Kamigawa coming out? Later in the year. It's like Kamigawa meets Ikoria. So you'll have like Godzilla monsters and stuff, and then you'll have like the Kamigawa feel. It's actually pretty cool. So like the Magic has a lot of future cool things coming. And especially Star Wars, I'm hearing that that they're gonna do Star Wars, which is gonna be absolute mayhem. I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to most. And also, there's rumors of Legend of Zelda with Magic. So between like your main sets that are coming out for Magic, and then your Universes Beyond coming out, it's pretty stacked. It's pretty much for everybody. So like I said, just give it a chance. Like if you want to play a TCG, I'm not saying Pokemon's not fun, but I've been doing it for so long that I'm having fun playing Magic too. And, when you're around forever, you don't want to burn out. So I just like to, do other things. That's it. But like I said, I think I'm going to talk about more with Magic because like my LGS owner, Alex, he's more of a Magic guy than a Pokemon guy. So he gives me a lot more information when it comes to Magic, even though he has some fantastic Pokemon information. But I can't always release the Pokemon stuff that he tells me. But I do my best with what I can. So let's get back into the Pokemon. We've talked a lot about reprints lately. We were talking about the Journey Together a lot, and it seems like the Journey Together isn't going to be enhanced. So if Journey Together boxes with the enhanced version have dropped as of late, I would maybe stack up on some of those because it's not going to be enhanced. I'm like 90% sure that's what I'm hearing through the grapevine. When it comes to Destined Rivals, right? A little bit what we were talking about with Brilliant Stars, Destined Rivals. The ETBs. No one's talking about how many ETBs we're getting and how much of an abundance it is. And when I say, I had someone on one of the comments and they were like, Plumber, what's the price point that you're going to start buying in with Destined Rivals? And I'll tell you guys, I already started, right? I ride the way down and I ride the way up. I always dollar cost average. This is the safest thing to do. I don't have all the money to put it out all at once. So I just ride it until, it feels comfortable. And that's what I've done all these years, right? I always played it nice and slow. And that was the safest way to go. Of course, I had feelings when it was a bottom and I wish I had the money to go all in. Nowadays I'm a little more liquid because I was smart. I took some profits, which I told a lot of you guys to do. But I had an opportunity to buy cases from the Pokehive recently, and I believe my entry point per case was $11.50 per $11.50 per case. So that's 150. No. Yeah. Oh shoot. Maybe I was a little higher than I didn't want to be that high. Well, anyways, I paid 150. That can't be right. Did I pay 150? No way. I thought I paid 115. Oh, all right. I paid $11.50 a case. I'm sorry. I paid $115. Sorry. A little math. Am I right? Oh, I paid $115 a box, and this comes in a case. So I started buying at $115. I believe it drops down to $110, $105, and now I see people selling on these Facebook groups at $115, and you have to buy quantity. So I'm continuously buying at $115 if it's in the case. Then I'm going to go down to $110. Then I'm going to go down to $105. Then I'm going to go down to $100. And like I said, I know a lot of LGSs are getting them for, a really good price. So I can see these ETBs literally anywhere from like $80 to $100. But once you hit that $100 price point, I don't think it's it's a bad play. I think if we see anything below $100, if we hit 95, 90, that's kind of the go all in price. And I want to kind of touch on this other subject while I'm here. So I'm at my LGS and, we're talking about everything. And he's like, listen, Nick, he's like, even though this market is slower, it's not as tenacious, I'm not selling nonstop. He's like, we're still selling, right? We are still flying through Perfect Order at $6 a pack. We're still selling through Pitch Black at $7 a pack. It's not just going instantly, but people are gradually buying it and buying it and buying it. So it's not like the end of the day. Like, they're not losing money. They're not getting smoked on product. He said that he has a lot more people coming to his stores and selling. But there's so many more people panicking, and it's really the scalpers. It's really the botters. And I told you guys this before. These are going to be your first people to leave. They're going to start heading out. And this is when you and I, we start paying attention to our surroundings. We start to see things slow down. And I always tell you guys, it can always get way worse. And I kind of think we're heading there. But I try to remain optimistic when it comes to this. We are heading there. It's inevitable at this point. I hear a lot more people doom and gloom than I do with a positivity. So it's like a fun time to be in this hobby. And you guys know me. I always say this is fun. We're going to battle. We're going to have a great time. And it's going to be like, not that kind of battle, but like we're going to battle, get product, open product, enjoy it, create nostalgia. And that's the beautiful thing. And when it comes to these people that are botting and they're like, well, they're going to bot the 30th, they're going to bot Destined Rivals, and they're just going to make profits and profits and profits and profits. Listen, nobody's bankroll is that big, right? I don't care what anybody says. My bankroll is not that big. And at the end of the day, you can't compare yourself to anyone, right? If you compare yourself to me, you're going to, depending on what financial situation comparison is a thief of joy. Remember that. So I can't compare myself to these people with bankrolls, and I always did things at my own pace. And me doing things at my own pace, not, racing to get to a whole nother level, is what got me here today, right? I never over leveraged. I never said, oh, this guy has all this product, so I need to get all this product. No, I did it where I felt comfortable. And you're going to start to see really good opportunities out there. But the important thing is that you can't just think, oh, this is my only opportunity. I'm going to dive all in. I have 20K limit on my credit card and I'm doing it right now. You cannot do that. This is what I say all the time. Ride the way down. You'll see when the bottom is. We're not always going to catch the bottoms. We're not always going to catch the tops when you sell. You just got to be here for the long haul and really have fun and ride the wave. I say it all the time. Ride the wave. But so many people are already seeing opportunity and they're getting excited and they want to shoot their load. They want to go all in right now. And I don't think that's the best thing you can do. I think we're going to continue to see price drops. I think 30th is going to be crazy. And then when everyone starts shifting their focus on 30th, right, that's when you start buying the Destined Rivals. That's when you start buying the Journey Together. Heck, guys, I know Sword and Shield dead money. I know everybody's sick of talking about Sword and Shield. But truth be told, Sword and Shield, I still have the high hopes for it. Guys, I just bought another Brilliant Stars case. I just grabbed the Fusion Strike case. I'm still buying Sword and Shield because I believe in it. Like, I'm not going to change that. Maybe this run isn't going to happen this year. Maybe the run's going to take 3-4 years. Yeah, it might take 3-4 years from Brilliant Stars to be a $500 box all the way to a $2,500 box. But it will happen. It's inevitable. And that's what I learned here, right? Like, in the beginning, I didn't know how this stuff worked. You guys are so lucky because you have 30 freaking channels that tell you how to do it. Listen to people who have been here for, over 5 to 10, 12, 15 years, right? Listen to people that haven't only been here for 1 year. But you have a head start. I didn't have that. I had 2 people to look up to back then. Now you can type in Pokemon investing, Pokemon collecting, and you get like 30 different people. Just be smart with who you listen to. But I started off so small. I was buying 1 box to open, 1 box to keep sealed. And I really think if things get this bad, you can start to have those opportunities again. If these boxes, booster boxes, come out the gate and they drop down to $150, $140, like, yeah, you're going to have those opportunities again, but you just have to remember this stuff doesn't happen overnight. Everybody was so used to getting this quick money, getting rich instantly, buying this box for $500, the 2X's, then you sell it, make a profit, now you're buying this. Like, I think we're really leaving that area for a while. And I think a lot of people are in denial. People don't want to accept the fact that this is coming to an end. And all the people that have been here for a while are the ones saying, yeah, guys, I think it's finally here. Yeah, it's finally happening. And I think that's the biggest thing right now is no one wants to believe it. A lot of people are so over leveraged that they're begging for it to not to happen. But that's why I always told you guys to be safe, never overdo it, never overspend, make sure you can afford it, never over leverage. And that's why it's so important, because you hear all these channels, a lot of them were telling you like, always buy this, always buy that, you gotta buy this, you gotta buy the newest set. Phantasmal Flames is $400, it's gonna be $600, you better hurry up. And that's why I always said, guys, relax. There's more to Pokemon than brand new stuff. If you spend an extra couple $100, you can do this. Hey, Cosmic Eclipse dropped down to 3,500. Maybe we, get a box there if you're a big boulder shot caller. And guess what? Cosmic Eclipse is now $4,500. Right? I try explaining this and it's a little bit harder. It's a little more for the advanced people here. What I've noticed from being in this hobby, if you spend that extra money that not many people are, I've seen a lot of great returns there. When everyone was telling me XY at Roaring Skies was $400, $500 box, stay far away, don't do it. And then I did it. And it was like more risk, more reward. And I'm not saying that's the best thing to do. This is a gamble at the end of the day. It's cardboard, guys. It's cardboard that I love. And I didn't get where I'm at by just putting my money into my 401k, right? When I was plumbing for another business, right? Everyone was like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I didn't just put money in my 401k. I took risks. Yes, I wasn't the most responsible, but I would have never got so far ahead if I was only responsible. When I started seeing how Pokemon worked over time, I said, okay, I go do this job. This is just an example. Let's say I make $500 on this job. I would take that money and then I would take a little more than half of it and I'd go and I'd buy a couple Pokemon boxes. And I know it's not the greatest thing to do. And I remember working extra shifts so I could buy another Cosmic Eclipse box. And I started putting money there. And then Cosmic went to $200. So I was like, oh man, it went from 80 to 200 in a short time. And I just I was a little irresponsible with stuff. But like I said, I still had my 401k. But sometimes you have to take certain risks to get ahead. All these people you look at today, they never said, oh, my money came easy. Oh, I didn't take this risk. Oh, I didn't do this. I didn't do that, right? But now everybody wants to preach slow and steady. Don't take this risk. Do this. Put it in a 401k. Max out your Roth IRA. But it's like, guys, if you don't take that risk, and it is a gamble, right? This is not freaking financial advice. I'm a plumber. I risked it in my plumbing company. I almost lost everything in my plumbing company. Many of you guys know my story. I was down to my last $2,000, $3,000, and I was like, holy crap, I got to call my ex-employer and say, hey, may I have my job back? I was like, thank goodness I ended off on a good note and gave 2 weeks notice because I'm going to have to go back there. But then it just so happened we got a hurricane and my phone didn't stop ringing and my plumbing company took off. It was all a risk. You have to take risks to get further in life. If you want to play it safe, if you want to do the 9 to 5, yeah, that's okay too. That's for a comfortable life. I needed that thrill. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I went through crazy past, so I needed to keep going. I needed more. I wanted to work harder. I wanted to earn it. And I think too many people telling you to, do the safer route, do this, be cautious. People never get ahead that way. If you want to get ahead, take some risks. And just know there is a chance you could lose. I've taken risks and I've lost, right? I've lost and I've got my ass kicked and it got my ass kicked. It took until my late 20s, my 30s to get my shit together and get to where I'm at today. But I was willing to lose. I don't know how we got into this life course, but it's just a part of my history. It's a part of my life. It's a part of what I went through. But I took that risk when not many people would. And I'm telling you, man, taking the risks, it's freaking where it's at. It's where it's at. And listen, you will fail. You will fail. It's a part of life. And the thing is, when you fail, you learn from it and you say, well, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to do this different. And that's how you get better. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Like when you fail, that's how you grow as a human being. That's how you grow as a person. And it's some of the most beautiful things you can go through in life. But it's just like everyone says, like, do the easy thing, do the nice thing. But like not many people get ahead that way. And that's just the truth, man. Like, yes, children's cardboard. Yes, this, that. Freaking make the gamble. That's it. That's it. Like never put your eggs in never put all your eggs in one basket. I'm not saying put all your money in Pokemon, right? Like I was smart. I had safe money that wasn't doing crap, but I took other risks. And I went a little bit harder than I should, but it paid off. And that's why I was like, yeah, take profits. Well, I don't know. I don't even know how we got there, but sometimes we have to. And I just have to be transparent with you guys. Like I was an idiot for buying a box that I bought for $75, and then I said, screw it, I'm gonna buy it at $500. $500. Brilliant Stars. Another box. I paid a little higher on these. I bought these at $90, and guess what? I bought them at $5. Guess what? I bought them at $5.50. Guess what? I bought cases at $3,600, and now they're down. It's okay. But it's like, I look at this box, and I say, okay, it's from 2022, and you're going to tell me in 5 years it's not going to be a $1,000 box? I have patience. I know where this ends. I just look at this box and I say it's too deep of a set. I look at Cosmic Eclipse. I'm like, okay, Cosmic's a $4,500 box. You can't tell me this is a half of a Cosmic Eclipse box. I look at things different. That's how I've always been. I've always looked at boxes and said, okay, that's going to be a $1,000 box one day. Oh, Phantom Forces. Man, it makes no sense how a case is $1,100 and is this old. What happened to that $1,100 case? Or I'm sorry, it was at the time it was $11,000 case. Now one box is freaking, geez, what, 15 grand? So it's like I took the risks. And like if this market gets that shitty, you're gonna have to take risks and you're gonna have to sit on your money for 3, 4, 5 years. And who knows, it could be so bad that we're waiting for 6, 7, 8 years. Yes, this stuff is way printed more than Sun and Moon era was, XY era is. So if I'm gonna do that calculation and I'm gonna say, okay, it took Cosmic Eclipse 5 years to blow up, then it's gonna take Brilliant Stars double the time, so maybe 10 years. Like it's just different. That's how I look at it. It's gonna be a lower, it's gonna be a longer, painful growth, but it will inevitably get there. And if you do the math over that time when it finally hits that numbers, then you're like, okay, 500%, but it took, 7 years. No stock is doing that. I don't know. Just like think about it that way. Think about things more long term. Stop thinking with instant gratification. Patience, it is a virtue. Let's open some packs, baby. Let's open some Cosmic Eclipse, because that's all we're doing. So we're going to start off with some Crown Zenith, and then we're going to go to my favorite set, Cosmic Eclipse. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the Crown Zenith right now. We've been opening Crown Zenith and Cosmic Eclipse the past couple days, but I'm having fun with it, so I'm going to keep it going. Love Disc. Shatat. Is it Chateau or Shatat? Should we do Pokemon pronunciation on that? Digging Duo and a Liking Rock non-hollow. That is all right. Next pack of Crown Zenith. Where's Ryan when I need him? Corfish. Corfish. Yeah, somebody said, I like the pack openings. Do a little bit of Sword and Shield. Do some XY. Do a little bit of everything. We got an Energy, followed by a Blossom non-hollow. But for the main attraction, baby, it's my favorite set ever. And I'm going to be honest, shout out to PokeRev, because he actually sold me a booster box case of these this past weekend. So yeah, guys, I'm even still buying Cosmic Eclipse, because when I look at Cosmic Eclipse, I say, you know what? That is a $10,000 box, and you can't tell me otherwise. So you know what? Yeah, I have a bunch of them. Yeah, I dollar cost average. Yeah, the Lunala is a rare, and we're probably not going to have anything after this, which we didn't. But Cosmic Eclipse, that's why I don't mind if I open it. I had to buy a case from the GOAT, and I'll be honest, I also bought a XY Evolutions case from him as well. And that's why I tell you guys, dollar costing is always very, very important. All right, I'm going to do the pack trick for this one. A little bit of a suspense. Hopefully we can hit something nice. Okay, we have a Energy, a Mimikyu, Lily's Pokédoll. This card will always be nostalgic to me. Togedemaru, we love ourselves some Togedemaru. Golett, Dewpider, Apom, really annoying to catch in Pokemon Go. Onyx, plus, I mean, what's it called? The Mandela effect. It used to be spelled Onyx. I swear that's the truth. Tepig, Mawile. That is not a, that is an uncommon. Come on, baby. Ultra Necrozma. Ultra Necrozma. But, you know what? Just for shit, actually to put away. I can't even get it. I thought I had the case on hand. I think I already put that in the shop. But as always, if you're still here, let me know, what are you guys eyeing the most? What is on your buy list? Is Destined Rivals? Are you going all in before ETBs hit $100? Are you going all in on Journey Together? Are you going all in on Black Bolt, White Flare? Or are you saying, hey, Fusion Strike dropped to 850, I want that. Evolving Skies, no brainer, I want that. Brilliant Stars, Plumber, I agree. Brilliant Stars is just that set, and I'm with you. Or are you going even older and you got that big money and you're saying, yo, Ancient Origins, XY era, that stuff's gonna be like black and white prices. Like, I'm just curious. Let me know what you guys are doing. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And you know, if you're really here with me for 27 minutes, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm grateful for you guys because I have a blast doing this. Guys, I don't make money on this. I still haven't even taken the money out from all I made in YouTube since I started this over a year ago. I just do it for your interactions. I do it for your entertainment. And I do it because I hope some of you guys do listen to the good things I say and you make some freaking money for you and your family and just enjoy this hobby and have a freaking blast. Peace, guys. I love you. You know the drill.